Hey guys and gals.
I didn't mean to literally say that.
Go leave all this in so people know.
But here we are.
I learned something new today. Hi, I'm Max.
Hey, I'm Kendall.
I learned something new today.
Oh yeah?
We were talking about the A, right? And Kendall was talking about, he has a guy that has a story and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's great. And then I said, well, yeah, I've heard a bunch of people talk about a story that's very similar to what I experienced, which what I experienced was eyes peeking out from behind a tree. And it was really weird. And I'll never forget it. It was really weird. The whole thing lasted about a minute. And the movements that it was doing, they were really fluid. They were really smooth. The eyes were really wide and bright and far apart. And it made no sense. Okay?
It was Bigfoot.
It was Bigfoot, yeah. And then I was sitting in a car. And I was like, man, and we weren't that far away from it. Maybe 100 feet or less. And I went to reach down to grab the spotlight. And when I did that, whatever it was, bolted into the woods. And as it bolted into the woods, it was crashing and it just sounded like a truck driving through the woods without the truck part. And it was gone. That's what happened. It was really weird. I mean, the eyes were way up at the tippy top of the tree. And then they shot down to the ground, like whatever it was laying flat. And then they rose up to about, 6-ish feet. And they were doing this peekaboo thing on either side of the tree. And I could see them blink. The whole thing, I could see the head turn. But I never saw anything but the eyes. And that's what happened. I can't explain it. I don't want to say it was a yet A, but what the hell else was it? Nothing I've ever seen in my life moves like that. It was really strange. And do we have bear here in Tennessee? I think we have some black bear. I've seen a bear, and this was way up higher than that. And I just feel like it moved way more fluidly than I've ever seen any bear move in my life. Not only that, but I don't think that they're incredibly common to begin with. And mountain lions, I think we have them, but I don't think that. I think it's more sane to say that it was an elaborate hoax before I would say it's a mountain lion. So anyway, I don't know what I saw. I never saw anything besides eyes. I thought it was super weird that whatever it was ran off when I went to grab my light. Whatever. You can make of that what you want. But then Kendall says, hey, you know what that reminds me of? You know what you saw? I have this. You saw the hide behind. So what? What are you talking about? And he just links me a Wikipedia page about this thing called the hide behind.
Now,
I never heard of the hide behind.
I
There's and the picture. I mean, yeah, the picture's pretty much what I saw, which was nothing. I saw nothing but eyes, and it was doing that. So maybe I'm a confirmed witness of the hide behind, I guess.
The first witness since frontier times, I reckon.
And then he links me all this other crap that I've never heard of. That's like clearly Bigfoot, right?
All right.
Like the shadow that pokes. like the mud slobber, like all these things. Like, what are these?
Well, they're fearsome critters, is what they are.
Fearsome critters.
That's what they're categorized as. They're early frontier times cryptids. They're folklore creatures that were sort of based in reality, but mostly told around a campfire to kind of scare the more gullible people. But there's a little bit of truth in some of these creature stories, and you're right. A lot of the creatures are, you start reading them and you're like, oh, that's, the Wampus cat, for example, like that's a mountain lion.
Mountain lion.
The
sure.
hide behind, that's a Bigfoot. It's
that's
like
the yet A. Yeah.
And so you read these stories and you start drawing the connections, and I mean, it's like I kept telling Max while we were having that conversation about the hide behind and a couple other cryptids. It's American folklore is Bigfoot. That's it.
Yeah, so we had a list. I think Kendall's list was bigger than the one I had, but we kind of went through and picked all of the ones that were clearly just Bigfoot, right?
I love how we speak with such authority, by the way.
Yeah,
it's clearly just Bigfoot.
The list had there's sturgeon, right?
Yeah.
And then there's javelina or wild boar, whatever you want to call it. There's moose. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. There's billy goats, which are all animals that are now quite regular and explained.
Yeah.
But there's several that are just Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of interesting that you had all of these going on. Oh, I'm not going to even bother with the real names of any of these. But it's you have this list of stuff the wampus, which is a cat,
mm-hmm.
or the squonk, which is a wild boar, right?
Right.
Or the haberdasherito, which is a bird that flies sideways. Who gives a shit? It's a bird. But it's fairly normal animals, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But then you have all these things that are
bipedal, covered in fur,
mm-hmm. creepy, toucher in the woods.
Yeah, they show intelligence and intent. Yeah,
that's yet the A.
Stop saying it like that. We're gonna lose what little credibility we have. All right, so are we just going to list them off? Or are we going to read little entries? Because I'm sure the audience.
Little entries.
All right.
We'll start with the hide behind since we already mentioned it.
We already teased you guys long enough about the hide behind. So those who don't know about the hide behind, am I reading this? Are you reading this?
I can. I mean, I'm just on the Wikipedia here. I can
go for
blast through it super fast. So the hide behind is a nocturnal, a fearsome critter from American folklore that preys upon humans that wander the woods, and was blamed for the disappearances of early loggers when they failed to return to camp. As its name suggests, the hide-behind is said to be able to conceal itself when an observer attempts to look directly at it. The creature quickly hides behind an object or behind the observer, therefore cannot be directly seen. The hide-behind supposedly uses this ability to stalk human prey without being observed and to attack them without warning. Said victims, including lumberjacks and those who frequent the forests, are then dragged back to the creature's lair to be devoured. The creature subsists chiefly on the intestines of it's really specific, the intestines of its victim, and has a severe aversion to alcohol, which is therefore considered a sufficient repellent. Tales of the hide-behind may have been used as an explanation of strange noises in the forest at night. Early accounts described hide-behinds as large, powerful animals, despite the fact that no one was able to see them. That's a yet the A, man.
Right. And, you know, the specifics about, eating the entrails and alcohol will ward it away, that's the folktale coming through in this. It starts off with somebody probably saw Bigfoot, and that through hearsay, through campfires, evolved into, I can't really remember the specifics of the story anymore. I'm going to jazz it up a little bit to kind of tell a really good story, over a can of beans with the boys. Yeah.
Or someone's foreman was like, "Hey, boys, you know this thing likes alcohol," and they're like, "Really? Okay, I guess we'll drink a lot or something." I guess we'll bring a lot of alcohol with us. That'll keep it away. Yeah. So anyway, but I mean, everything that you read there is like
the intelligence, the watching you, the staying behind cover, the understanding how cover works and line of sight works. Like,
dude, that's Bigfoot.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can pick out any one of a dozen Bigfoot encounters, and it lines right up with it, minus the whole entrails and alcohol stuff.
I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. Could be.
I mean, you go try it, man. You hop in Best 5-1 and get out there in the forest and wave around a bottle of hooch and see what happens.
All right. Fire, I want you to spell yet A down in comments. Thank you.
Guys, if you've made it this far in the video, please tell Max to stop saying yet A.
Yet A. I just want to go on a quick little tangent right here. That I noticed down, and I know we're sticking to American folklore, but this quick little non-American. It says down there, see also the Leshy. And it says the Leshy means he from the forest as a I don't want to say all these fancy big words. But I mean, it's Yeti. Yeti. And it's just like, come on. They got one everywhere. How is it not? I don't know, man.
Bigfoot's for reals.
Yeah, guys. All right. We're going to move on to the next one.
I don't know how... and again, because these are folklore monsters, they've got some really goofy names. One of my favorites is the hoop snake.
Hoop snake?
Because it's a rattlesnake that grabs its tail and rolls around like a tire.
Idiot.
And then you've got the goofus bird, which is a bird that somehow flies backwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, right. So fearsome critters encompass a lot because it's American, like Wild West folklore. So you're thinking of stuff like the jackalope, stuff like even the snipe hunt, which I'm sure maybe some of you have encountered on camping trips. That one still lives on today. So it's not just all crazy gobble you up in the forest monsters. There's some real goofy shit in here too.
Yeah.
And this one kind of rides a line between that's a Bigfoot and that's a bunch of goofy shit. It's called the aggro pelter.
Agropelter. And then it has a scientific name next to it, the Anthrocephalus craniofractin.
That's made up. There's no way that's real Latin.
Are we sure?
I mean, I'm not going to put money on it, but...
Are we sure about that? I don't know. Anyway, the agropelter is said to inhabit hollow trees of the conifer woods from Maine to Oregon. From this vantage point, the creature would await an unwary person and hurl wooden splinters and branches at the intruder. Some have described the creature as being so quick it is never to be seen. One reference describes the creature as having a slender, wiry body and the villainous face of an ape, and arms like muscular whiplashes, with which it can snap off dead branches and hurl them through the air like shells from a 6-inch gun. And then it goes into its diet and all this crap that who knows. But I mean, again, we all know what that sounds like. That's Bigfoot.
I mean, and there's that story we haven't been able to find since. Oh. But there in South America, there was an expedition, and it wasn't the expedition, or was it? Was it the expedition that has the picture of the ape that's propped up on the ammo box?
Somebody, it's not propped up on. Is it a okay? Somebody knows the story, and I know if you guys are into the creepus at all, you've seen the photo.
Yeah, it's a weird-looking monkey, and it's clearly been shot, and they have it sitting on a box, and its head's propped up with a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were... Oh, gosh. I can't remember the story, but I think the story goes there were two of them, right?
Yeah, supposedly they were mates.
They were mates, and didn't it actually manage to, like, hurt or kill somebody?
Yeah, so... we decided to hunt down this picture, and we found this whole story about this expedition, and... they encounter these things, and they basically went and did the same thing the agropelter did. They were throwing branches at the party, and one guy got hit really bad in the head, and I guess he died or whatever. Jesus. Much to our amusement, because, like, come on, dude. You got killed by a branch by some fucking monkey.
Weak-ass looking monkey.
So anyway, they make camp, and... they're by a riverbed, and so there's a bit of a clearing, and they see one, and they shoot it. The other one goes like fucking ape shit, no pun intended. And that's how they deduce that they were mates or whatever. And I don't remember if they shoot that one too, or if it gets away or whatever. But the one they shot, they take the infamous picture with, and That's supposedly how the story goes. I haven't been able to find that article ever since, and neither has Max. Not that, we're really doing big internet sleuth hours here, but...
we probably could have found it in about 5 minutes. We tried.
Yeah, honestly. Somebody's going to post it in the comments to make us look bad.
Yeah. Guys, that's the whatever. I remember it was like somebody's name and then an ape. Mm-hmm. The somebody's ape or whatever, but... anyway, that sounds like agropelter. Like, that was a picture of an agropelter. That was in South America. I guess they can travel. Who knows?
Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot.
Well, I mean, I was just reading up the other day about in human lifetime, there has been fantastic creatures that have gone extinct. So, like, the Romans, like that kind of time period, there were giant cows. In Europe that went extinct during the time of the Romans, for example. They were like cows, but like the size of ox, a little bit bigger. And just like stuff like that. That just sounds so fantastical to us nowadays, but it's just like there might have been leftover creatures just chilling out who didn't get extinct during, the Ice Age and the asteroid and all that stuff. I mean, there's so many accounts of dragons, and they're prolific through ancient mythology, and these people didn't have the internet. These people didn't have telephones. There was no way they could have. Ancient Chinese could have told the Norse people, "Oh yeah, dragons, dude," or vice versa. And yet they all have similar depictions, and they all show up. It's very interesting. I'm not saying dragons are real, but there could have been some leftover weird lizard boys hanging out, and oh, that's a dragon. I mean, same thing we were talking about the Yeti. It's like
the what?
The Yeti.
The what?
Stop.
The Yeti.
Oh my gosh, I can't with you. I mean, you were literally just telling me you just found out that today that Japan has its own Yeti.
Yeti. Yeah. The Hindergomp or whatever the hell it is. I can't. I just said it to you. I can't remember. It's already gone.
It's not what it's called.
The Felderhop. The oh Jesus.
That's its folklore
name. Hibagon. That's it. Hibagon. That's actually it. I'm not kidding. Hibagon.
Oh my gosh. That does sound like kind of a cool kaiju. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, that's what he is. He's a kaiju, and he's the Yeti.
Oh my gosh. But I mean, like, what are the chances that entire islands and entire different continents all have a similar story of a bipedal, covered in hair creature of the forest?
Yeah. What are the chances? I mean, there's stories, and to this day, sightings from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, everywhere. Like, even to the, like little islands out there that people are, there's a Bigfoot. It's like, why? How?
I mean, from the tallest mountains in the world to the jungles of Vietnam to even the American Southwest, to swamps, to the Russian wilderness, you name it. Like, there is some sort of bipedal, hairy creature.
Then, do we just have to accept that perhaps Bigfoot is a tulpa?
That is a possibility. We can't rule that out.
I just came across another one.
Let's go for it.
The gumbaroo.
Gumbaroo. That sounds Australian.
It's American.
Okay.
The gumbaroo is a fearsome critter with hide so tough that bullets bounce off of it. Now,
okay, this thing sounds badass.
And the gumbaroo was described by early lumberjacks to be larger than a bear, with tough, shiny black hide that nothing can pierce. The only way to kill it is with fire, which caused the creatures to explode.
So that's the folklore talking, but the first part, though, the shiny black hide, that's a Bigfoot. Taller than a bear? That's a Bigfoot, guys.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch. I really like the part where you hit it with fire, it explodes.
It explodes.
The raptor
kind of
simply
interesting,
exploded.
honestly. It's like why? Why?
Well, because again, these are tall tales.
Somebody blew one up, Kendall. Somebody blew one up. Like, we have to just face the facts. Somebody exploded one.
American pioneers, man. They were doing the real science out there, the Lord's work.
Yep.
Throwing fire and bullets at anything they didn't understand. Let's see if it blows up.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Gumbaroo gone. Gumbaroo gone.
I like the way you explode, boy.
Cut tree, get back. Come on. I just imagine no like bodies of sentences, just the subjects. That's how they communicate. Just like just nouns. Nouns and verbs. Just cut tree.
I love the visual of this amazing, creature coming out of the woods. They shoot it. That don't work. They throw fire at it. It explodes without any reaction or remorse. They just turn around. Cut tree. Let's go.
Cut tree. Skip 2, huh?
Just right back to it. Manifest destiny. Gotta cut them trees. Gotta build that railroad.
Stupid sumbitch animal.
I'll teach him. What was that other one we looked at? It was like the hill graggler or something?
The side hill gouger. This one's got a lengthy one. So, the side hill gouger is a fearsome creature adapted to living on hillsides by having legs on one side of their body and shorter legs on the other side.
Shoulder legs.
Having evolved to resemble any form of mammals, such as pangolins, humans, and bears.
That's Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot. And people who've seen the Yeti often describe how their arms are disproportionately long to their legs. That's true.
And a lot of sightings are actually on inclines of a hill. Like you're
often
you look across. Yeah.
Mention how fast they can go up hills.
Mm-hmm.
So that's curious. The peculiarity allows them to walk on steep hillsides, although only in one direction. When lured or chased into plain, they are trapped in an in an endless circular path.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know about that part.
That's the folklore talking. That's the tall tale.
I like it though. I mean, that's good. You stupid idiot, some bitch animal. God done you wrong.
Time to learn you why I was created in his image and not you.
Just circle on back. You're going the way of the gumbaroo. Sidehill gougers are mammals who dwell in hillside burrows and are occasionally depicted as laying eggs. Huh. Wow, this is very in-depth. There are usually 6 to 8 pups a litter. What dude walked in on a Yeti nest and found 8 pups? Somebody did. Oh my god. It gets better.
Okay.
When a clockwise gouger meets a counterclockwise gouger, they have to fight to the death since they can only go in one direction.
Oh
That's fucking amazing.
Bro, frontier people were off the hook, bro. They were unhinged.
Wow. Somebody needs to make that a movie. I'd watch that. They made the Troll Hunter movie. They need to do the Gouger movie.
God damn.
Oh my god. Wow. Anyway, yeah, that's that one. I won't go further than that on him. That's all the ones I've got. But yeah, I mean, that was just this whole thing just sort of came from Kendall said I saw a hide lurk. Hide behind. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got a soft spot in my heart for the weird, obscure cryptids. You know, it's just something about these goofy, the fucking backwards bird and the dumbass tire snake. I don't know, man. I love them. You know, I think where this started from, when I was a kid, growing up in Southern California, we used to go to Knott's Berry Farm all the time.
Oh, wow.
And there was this creature, this wooden creature, like in front of a barn. It was called a cattywampus. And
I remember it.
Yeah, I remember really liking its design. And then I saw a book there about American folklore, and it like had a picture of the cattywampus on it, but it was like somebody drew it, not like the one, like a picture of it. And so I bought it, and I think that's really what sparked my interest in cryptids as a whole, was that like American Tall Tales and Folklore book, and had these wild, crazy pictures of like ape men and thunderbirds and giant fire-breathing lizards. And there was one picture in particular, I don't think it was a hide behind. I think it was actually like supposed to be like the Sasquatch page. Mm-hmm. There's one picture, I don't really want to Google the picture right now because it's late, and I'm too puss to look it up right now. But it still haunts me to this day. It's just a silhouette of Bigfoot, and it's so scary because it's like it's just like a black and white kind of like pencil type drawing, and you think you're just looking at this like tree silhouettes, and then you realize, oh, that one's kind of round. That's a Bigfoot. And then the more you look at the picture, you're like, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Mm. And like the little caption is like, you know, this creature is often known to be kind of curious. It often likes to watch, but not interact. Can be easily spooked, but also some have claimed it's territorial. It's just something about like, oh, it watches you. Ooh.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can find that book, because I don't know if I still have a physical copy, but if I can find something to read through, that might be an episode worth doing, because, I'm pretty sure that's what got me into this shit, because I remember after that I started to, like, watch stupid shows on Nessie, and I hated Nessie.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Nessie, boring. Yeah. I remember kind of similarly what... I don't know if it's what got me into it, but it certainly didn't dispel me from it. And I don't know if this is still there. You might have to tell me. But is the Hualapai Mountain Lodge and Restaurant still up there?
Oh, the lodge is still up there. Yeah.
Do they still have the restaurant?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh wow! I wonder if it's at all similar to what I remember. But
that I couldn't tell you.
What I remember is it was this little wooden cabin, and when I say little, I mean, you know, it was the size of a house.
So I'm gonna say no, because there's like a brick kind of cabin style, like a couple hotel rooms.
Rooms? Oh my god!
Yeah, and there's like Airbnbs now. It's I guess it's been modernized.
Okay. Anyway, I remember it was like one building. And I mean, it doesn't mean they didn't have more, but part of it was a restaurant, and maybe 12 tables in there or something like that. And on the mantle, I don't know if they still have a mantle, but on the mantle they had the head of a jackalope. And I remember my dad telling me, like, that's a jackalope, and I was like, what? What is that? And he's like, well, if you're not careful, that jackalope can kill you. There's a lot out in these mountains. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? No, they can't be. He's like, oh yeah, they get big. I was like, no. So then the rest of my nights there, every time we went out, he would tell me the same thing. Would be staring out the windows into the woods looking for jackalopes coming to get me.
Meanwhile, the hide behind's right there looking at you.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. So that didn't help. Anytime we went up there, it was pretty creepy. Even though if I went up there now, I don't think I'd be that creeped out. But
So
man,
the jackalope is still there, but it's in the general store now.
oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, I was just up there over winter. Some family came to visit, and we went up there to go pretend to be tourists. And I wanted to see if they had crampons because it was icy as shit up there. So I went in there to see if they had the little strap them to the bottom of your shoe things. And they didn't. They didn't, of course, because they just carry stuff for the people who kind of live up there.
Yeah.
But I did notice that behind the counter, like up on the wall, they had a mounted, kind of like shield-style plaque.
Yeah.
Jackalope, yeah.
It's got to be the same one.
Probably.
I remember that from when I was little, man.
Nice, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And he said, oh, they'll kill you. Like, straight up. Like, they're waiting out there in the woods to kill you. Oh.
Absolutely murder you. Like, open up your tummy and spill out your guts all over the dock. All right? While you're alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I imagine your dad pulls out like a raptor claw or like a jackalope antler rather and does the whole fucking Jurassic Park, velociraptor spiel.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, cute little deer rabbit, so scary. Huh? What? No, actually, they're here to shred you.
They won't find a body, son.
Anyway, yeah, that's a similar story. Anyway, this has been going on a while now.
I kind of like that we were able to tie it into that, though. It's kind of interesting that both of us got our interest into cryptids with American folklore creatures. Me, the cattywampus, and you, the jackalope.
Yeah.
And now we've made a career out of just talking about Bigfoot. So
just Bigfoot. Thanks, Bigfoot.
Thanks, Bigfootman TM.
Thanks, Bigfoot. Waves my golf hat at him. From the steps. Thanks, Bigfoot. Anyway, yeah. Anything else? Are we?
Yeah. Let us know in the comments below if you want us to talk about, some folklore monsters from where you come from. Okay, maybe we'll do like Europe next or something. I don't know. South America, they got some weird shit down there. Duendes? No, thank you. Anyway.
Also, anyone wants to be interviewed or tell us a story, please let us know. If you ever had anything happen to you that's a little bit creepy, come to old Uncle Kendall and Dirty Max. We'll set you up.
Guys, please.
We want to hear it. We want to hear it.
Just paranormal stuff, guys, please.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, let's not we don't want to be too serious, right? we don't want to get real or anything, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, we're talking about Bigfoot here. We're not talking about,
yeah.
I don't want to be an accessory to any kind of
I don't want
here.
There's no I don't want to be part of like an investigation or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't involve like IR lights. So that's as far as I'm going.
But yeah, drop us a line, P.O. Box, whatever.
Comment below.
Comment below if you've got a
Discord group.
To hit us up on Discord and all of our other social platforms that I ignore. And I do actually check the Discord fairly regularly. So if you want to get a hold of us pretty quickly, hit us up on Discord.
Yeah, Discord. The thing will be in the thing.
The thing will be in the thing. We're fishing for stories for future endeavors.
I think what we want to start talking to people, I think. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's we're 35 minutes into this. It's kind of awkward to be dropping a promo, but here we go. Yeah, we're looking to expand beyond just, analyzing YouTube videos. We would like to tell people's stories or have them tell them if they're able and willing to, give them a platform. And then, we do the regular Max and Kendall shtick of, analyzing it and talking about how creepy or goofy it was. And so, yeah, it's, Max and I have shared our experiences, and I'd love for you guys to share yours and to give you a platform to do that. And if you're not willing to use your own voice, that's fine. We can narrate. If you just want to type it to us, if you want to record it, you can record it. Heck, if you want to draw little sketches of it, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be, we're not going for quality here. Like, we're going for true eyewitness, okay? So you don't. Well, no, I don't mean it like that. You know what I mean? It's like don't feel like, oh, I don't know how to draw, so it's gonna look bad. I don't want to submit it. No, put pen to paper. Whatever your skills are, like if you saw something in the woods, draw it out as best you can for us. We'd love to see it. Love to throw it up on that there YouTube for everybody else to see it. If you got pictures or video, of course, that's great too. But yeah, I mean, so often we're just kind of left to our imaginations trying to envision what other people saw. And I really want to push for making content where we tell people stories and show you the best we can what exactly they went through, not just like a podcast thing, but the actual. I don't want to use the word vlog because it's not a vlog, but it's also not a full-on documentary. I don't know what to call it, but basically it's like, I don't know.
We'll have to coin some sweet-ass term.
Some really slick buzzword that'll make the kids just subscribe.
We'll put this up. And we'll leave this in here as like a, oh, yeah, of course. But then we'll probably make another video just saying exactly what he just said.
We'll make a proper call to action.
Yeah, let's not worry about it right this second.
Oh, I'm going to worry about it right now. Well,
Fuck, dude!
All right, if you made it to the end of the video, just thank you.
All right, thanks.
Peace, love.
Thank you for your time.
Don't get got by the hide behind.
Don't get got by the hide behind or there's poke and shadow.
The poke and shadow.
I did see those things though. I said at the beginning, like, come on, I don't know what to think about that. Kendall. I know I'm going back off track here, but Kendall's found animal eyes, and none of them really quite look like what I saw. No. What I saw was really like, how is that possible? And then, it was an owl, dude. I never seen an owl with eyes a foot apart.
No, yeah,
no. Like I've seen an owl. I've never seen an owl that big.
And like, granted, owls do the head bob, but
no, this wasn't doing no head bob.
Yeah,
this was.
Floor to up and back again.
Dude, this was like there was a camera on motion control. It was so smooth. It was, I can't, like as smooth as you can imagine something, it's not even it. Like it looked false and not in a way it's like there's a guy behind a tree with a stick. It looked like, it just looked fake, but not in a way that anyone could fake it. Does that make sense?
Like uncanny or
uncanny could be a good word. It looked so smooth. It looked unnaturally smooth. Like I've never seen any animal move as smooth as I saw those eyes move. I can't imagine what the rest of it would look like if whatever I saw was visible.
Bigfoot must do crazy squats.
Sasquatch.
Oh my gosh.
That's the name of the video. All right, guys. We're done. I'm done. Bye.